Here we go in this four-person elimination matchup, and this match will continue until one team is completely eliminated.
Oh, he missed. Oh, nobody home that time. Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious punishment. Oh, right to the gut.
That wild strike found nothing but empty air that time.
Man, that's what you call swinging for the fences and missing.
And looking at Roman Reigns, what's the story for him right now?
That's someone who gets it. Someone who knows the value of hard work and dedication.
Oh, that might have realigned the spine permanently.
Tag team championship at stake. Which team wants it more?
Well, that's the question of the night. That's the question this match will answer, Michael.
When Big E came to WWE, he made his name as a bodyguard whose villainous services were available for hire. Boy, did that change on the October 18, 2013 episode of SmackDown. Feeling disrespected by the words of Paul Heyman, Big E came to the aid of opponent CM Punk in an attack by Ryback and Curtis Axel.
Oh, what impact. That just brought him crashing to the canvas with thunderous authority.
Man, that was some slam. Well, we're on the move here.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
I can't blame him. Keep it in the ring.
That breaker's going to cause some damage.
Oh, you're not kidding, Michael. Oh, this is bad. You know, Cole, you mentioned the night on SmackDown when Big E had a change of heart. Can you blame him? I mean, let's face it, Big E was insulted by that loudmouth jerk, Paul Heyman, and he decided to do something about it. You know, I would have done the same thing. Actually, I have done the same thing. Next, the shoulders are down.
And that's the tag to Kofi Kingston. He gets the tag.
And there's the flying forearm. Cole, what's he got in mind?
This kind of offense he's known for.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
Big E certainly shocked all of WWE on that episode of SmackDown when he came to the aid of the man who moments before he was fighting CM Punk. Big E didn't like what Paul Heyman had to say, joined the party, and E did something about it. Another example that anything can happen here in WWE.
Well, you know, Cole, sometimes pride makes you do things you wouldn't expect. That night on SmackDown, Big E showed a different side of himself, and it proved he would not be disrespected by anyone. His change of heart put him on a different path, and Big E became one of WWE's most popular superstars.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Me too. I've given up even trying to figure out what they're going to do next. I'm just sitting back watching and enjoying.
Chris Jericho grew up in Winnipeg, Canada, but was actually born in the United States in New York. His father was a member of the New York Rangers NHL hockey team. Jericho grew up idolizing WWE greats Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Shawn Michaels and patterned himself after them once he decided to train with the Hearts in Calgary for a career in sports entertainment. Ooh, Chris Jericho may have it. There's the Lionsault that's going to end right here.
All right, and boy, what a vicious Lionsault.
I have a strong feeling these guys will throw caution to the wind and just go full steam ahead.
I hope you're right. That's exactly what I want to see. Jericho.
Wow, what a move by Chris Jericho. That's how you sweep an opponent under the carpet.
Michael, you spoke before.
Makes the cover. 1, 2. Not every move is designed to get the fans off their feet.
Oh, wait, nice reversal.
Big E tagged in. And there's the tag. Roman Reigns into the ring.
Look at this. Big E doing some good work here.
Jericho's personal life is fascinating. When Y2J is not winning championships in WWE, as he likes to say, he's the lead singer of his heavy metal band, Fozzy. Jericho's love of performing also extends to Hollywood and comedy, where he's an alumni of the famous improv group known as the Groundlings.
Yeah, listen, Michael, no one ever said Chris Jericho is not a talented guy. Quite the contrary. I've seen Jericho play hockey, wrestle, and appear in Hollywood films like MacGruber.
Ouch, the running body block.
Ooh, that was brutal.
An early pin attempt.
Come on, ref, count. He's in big trouble.
I don't think there's an area on that back that's not suffering right now.
Yeah, when he wakes up in the morning, the only thing on his body that's not going to hurt is his pajamas. Not a lot of spring left in his step right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we start looking at the moves of Big E, that's when I'm reminded how much I appreciate the opportunity to talk about them as opposed to feeling them. Brutal shoulder tackles, a crushing belly-to-belly suplex, vicious backbreakers, and a clothesline that'll knock you right into the middle of next week. And that's just the beginning. He's sending a message to the entire WWE locker room here.
Man, he's still down after that move. I almost wonder if his bell got seriously wrong there.
Superman punch. Superman punch. Roman Reigns is all but done here.
And that's kryptonite for Roman Reigns' opponent.
Look at this. Oh, what power by Roman Reigns. This match is over. Big E seems helpless.
Roman Reigns showing signs of life.
Team championship at stake. Which team wants it more?
Well, that's the question of the night. That's the question this match will answer, Michael.
Big E's moves, King, are designed to annihilate opponents, and if he chooses, can end a match in expedient fashion. Nothing fancy with Big E, and the powerhouse wouldn't want it any other way. Big E comes to the ring to destroy his opponents. That's it.
No, Michael, you said it all right there. Big E is in WWE to dominate the competition. He spent countless hours formulating an offense that maximizes all of his physical abilities. The result? Big E is one of the most feared WWE superstars today.
Championship on the line.
Oh, you're right about that. Let's get this thing going. Who's going to be the champion? Kofi's one of the most dynamic athletes in WWE. His athleticism knows no... Now that's the way you drop the boom on an opponent.
Going for the cover.
He's seen enough. Here he comes.
If he keeps up this pace, this could turn real ugly real fast. Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious punishment.
We've seen this before.
And there's the walls of Jericho. That could do it.
Oh, that should do it. Chris Jericho should win this.
We've got everybody going at it now. And that's it for Kofi.
He doesn't want to win this one outside the ring.
Because he's a pro, King. He wants to get it done inside.
There's the suplex.
One of the reasons Chris Jericho is so difficult to defeat is his mix of offensive maneuvers.
Chris Jericho unleashes the code breaker, and it will not only break the code, it will break his opponent's will, too.
I think you're right, Cole. This is close to being over.
He makes the tag.
Just toying with the competition a little. Wow, that was a wild strike. Talk about missing the target.
Yeah, it looked like it was completely out of desperation.
Moves like that can upset your opponent more than hurt them.
And the ref starts the count.
Big E has eyes to finish. What an insane move by Big E.
The referee getting involved now.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Well, that's a strategy you have to always have in the back of your head, Cole. If you ever see a weakness in your opponent, you got to jump on it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa! Don't get up!
He's really zeroing in on the chest now.
Yeah, he's going to have a pirate's dream soon. A sunken chest.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
Brutal and very, very painful for these guys.
Look at Roman Reigns. With this type of strength and quickness, I feel like Roman could spear an 18-wheeler on the interstate and stop the thing dead in its tracks. The question now is stamina.
We might be, what a completely unbelievable move by Roman Reigns.
Hey! He's going for it again!
Really pushing his opponent to the limit here.
And we're back to this form of attack.
Yes, we are. The same form of attack we've seen before.
The crab is cinched in. The knee is torqued, putting the back in a lot of trouble. Look at him trying to use all the strength and power he can muster to escape this.
Sometimes I don't like complimenting Chris Jericho because we've certainly had our
They got it! Oh, those WWE competitors.
Well, I don't know how you can pick out highlights.
I can't believe what we saw. One in a million is the only way to describe this match.
Here are your winners and still WWE Tag Team Champions, Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho.